Hi, Web SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is Mike Brenner. This is the NBA Odds Couple Show for Wednesday, April 6th.
Here we go.
Mike Brenner, yep. We got 8 more games on the slate. Always unique handicapping situations at the time of year, right?
Absolutely. And before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I went 3-1 last night. Had a push on top of that. So 3-1, and you were 1-1.
Nailed it with the Cavs. Nailed it with that Cavs.
We're just going to see what's happening. Let's pan that board for accountability, Pistol Pete. Again, went 3-1, so that upped me to 119 and 97, 55%. And just so you know, the board's correct today.
Okay.
I even had a blogger said you got to take it easy on Pistol Pete. So 1-1 last night, 61 and 70, 46%. We got the playoffs left, and Pistol Pete knows he's going to move that number up, and I'm going to move mine up as well.
That Spurs under was an easy cash, and then I threw in that stupid friggin' Toronto. Why did I throw that in at the end?
I don't know.
So stupid.
Sometimes you just do stuff I don't understand.
I do a lot of stupid stuff in life, and that's one of them.
Don't second guess yourself.
I second, triple, quadruple guess myself. All right.
He's a maniac.
Well, we got 8 games tonight. I'll tell you what, Mike Brenner, there are 3 totals bets that I made.
Okay.
Now, I could be completely wrong on them. I'll share them, and I'll, second, triple.
You know what? I think you need to come into this with more of a positive attitude. That might be what's going wrong for you. If anything's heading south, let's just be optimistic and no more pessimistic.
Yeah, like for instance that Atlanta under that I really liked, and then I second guessed myself out of that one. But and then there was the Golden State under, which actually wound up would have been a winner, except then I would have been super frustrated because it went over to overtime.
I was thinking about you on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
All right. So, the first bet that I made, I bet the under in New Orleans, Boston. Now it opened at 206. Now it's all the way up to 208 or a half or 209, and I didn't take the 206. I bet it at 208 and a half on the overnight. I'm not exactly sure what's driving that line movement, but the Pels are on a back-to-back, blown out at Philly.
Yeah.
They have a patchwork lineup right now,
and that's scary because you might get some 10-day contract guys or guys that are just trying to prove themselves. They might just be putting up a ton of shots tonight, Pete.
And
I don't know.
Maybe someone knows something about this game that basically both teams are going to not play any defense. Maybe that's what's going on here. My sense is that Boston is going to, they're coming back off a road trip, and that it should be a modest scoring game. Again, the line movement makes me nervous, but I bet 208 and a half on the overnight. Now it's 208 and a half or 209. What do you think about that?
Well, I think you ought to figure it out right now if you're going to pull the trigger, yes or no.
And then another one I bet. Tell me what you think about. Maybe you have a bet on this one. You tend to have a good read on OKC. You tend to bet them a lot. I bet the under in OKC Portland at 219 and a half. They're both on a back-to-back. It opened at 221. I missed that, but I did bet the 219 and a half, and now it's 219 or 219 and a half market wide. Obviously, OKC can have 3 huge overs for OKC, and they're a huge offensive team, but Portland can also clamp down. OKC can be brought down.
If it hadn't been for back-to-backs, I would probably say, I don't know. But the back-to-back might be a factor. It just feels like the spot where OKC will take it easy offensively. Portland will play, a little bit intensely on defense. And they need to.
It's a high total, 219 and a half. What do you think about that?
Well, the total, I got nothing to say, Pistol Pete. Bottom line, that's your specialty. So, but I like the Thunder on the first half. I grabbed them +1
at Heritage. Yep, that's a line that's available.
I took them on the game +2.5.
Okay,
I think they're focused and they're running, and Westbrook just is a triple-double machine, and he wants to keep the momentum going. And, Myers Leonard is out for Portland. That's going to play a little bit of effect. And Lillard can only do so much, and that's a younger team that people know, and I love it. I think OKC and their experience gets it done on the road. I don't even think they need the points, but, hey, we'll take it as a bonus. But,
okay, well, I hope you don't need the points because right now we're only going to be able to give you +2 because looking around.
It's not going to break my heart a bit, Pistol Pete, so give me that too. I'll take it.
Pinnacle, the Greek, a bunch of places have +2. That line is all over the place. But,
okay, but yeah, that's my first 2 picks: Thunder on the half and Thunder on the game.
Okay, then I'll tell you another bet that I made. Again, this could be a loser, but it's kind of like
they just don't get it.
It's kind of like my totals in general are pretty decent, but some of them are just way off, especially at this point. And a lot of the ones I realize are way off. Closer to tip-off. But I took the under in Cleveland and Indiana. The total is 201 right now, open to 202 and a half. I took the under, and the Cavs are on a back-to-back. They blew out Milwaukee. That game went under. The Pacers are an under trender at home, and feels like a modest total. Why should it not be more likely than not to go under 201?
Well, I don't know, but I'm wondering what's going on with that line in itself. Why the Cavs are getting points? They're clearly a much better team. This Pacer team doesn't impress me. Haven't impressed me all year. Frank Vogel, and I know everything was rebuilt. They got guys that were gone and so forth, but I don't know. That team just doesn't excite me. I think the Cavs, even if one of the big 3 sits or whatever, I think Cavs get it done. I like them on the first half. I grabbed it +1.5.
Nope, we're only going to be able to be +1.
Okay, well,
We got
that
that.
all changed in the last 5-10
Yep,
minutes.
we
That's
got
amazing.
we got that at Bookmaker, SIA, Just Bet, a bunch of places, and then the other places that pick them, Heritage.
All right, do they
TSI,
still have 3.5 on the game?
on the game for Cleveland?
Yeah.
No.
What's it now, 3?
It's +2 is the best that I can give you.
Jesus, are you looking at a first half or are you looking at a game?
Nope, these are full game lines. I can
All
show
right,
you right
Pistol
here.
Pete. So it's +1 on the half and then +2 on the game.
Yep.
God, that's just like the OKC. I'm going to double down on those. That's right. Cavaliers on the first half, Cavaliers on the game. All right, that's my 3rd and 4th pick. So I'm pulling the trigger on some plays here, Pistol Pete. I think you're overdue. Let's go.
Actually, you know what? It's possible. I printed these out a half hour before because I thought we were shooting a half hour early.
Okay, no, then I was on top of these lines before that. So we will have the correct line.
Yeah.
But because I grabbed the Cavs +3.5.
But that wasn't in like the last 5 minutes, was it?
It was within the last 15 minutes.
Was it really?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So your lines are probably more up to date than mine.
Yeah,
are.
Pistol Pete caught him sleeping
All right,
again.
We will check the official lines after we get off this call, and those are the lines.
And
that we will
those are
give
the
you.
lines that'll be
Yes,
posted on
absolutely,
the video.
absolutely.
Will be the correct one. So.
All right, then we have other interesting situations. Obviously, we have the back-to-back rematch of the Clippers and the Lakers. Clippers covered 15 easily, and the game went way under. I'm going to pass on this one, but do you have anything to say about that one?
Well, actually, I'm going to take them on the first half. Ooh. Last night, that was my push. I had them on the half -8, and I think they might even be resting Blake Griffin tonight. I'm okay with that because something that's just not gelling right now. It'll take a little time, but the Lakers have thrown in the towel. There's just too much drama going on, and I think they're just ready for the season to end. Kobe's not, even if he plays, he's not going to scare anybody. 15 for 54, his last 54 shots. But I think the Clippers with their bench alone will cover the half. Tonight, it's not going to be a push. They're going to cover it. So I'm going Clippers on the first half, -6, Pistol Pete.
Okay, I'm seeing only 6.5, but we will check.
Yeah, I think I'm on top of your line movement today, buddy. But yeah, that's 5 of my plays. I have another one as well.
Okay, and then let's see. Oh, another one.
Yeah.
The Knicks. In the Knicks' last 19 games, you know how many games went over the total?
Probably about 5.
2.
Jesus.
Wow. Unbelievable. I'm not sure what I think about tonight. It's a low total, and actually the initial line movement has gone up.
That place is a mess. The whole state of New York ought to be embarrassed for what they're doing for NBA basketball. Both those teams, embarrassment.
All right, then we have some other interesting games: Detroit, Orlando, Brooklyn, Washington, Houston, Dallas. What do you have to tell us about any of those games?
I'm going with the Rockets tonight.
Okay.
I'm doing it. The game was -2, and I just, these guys are in a battle, and I think they're just a little bit better. I think they're healthier, and I think Nowitzki, even though he can put up when he needs to, he's a little tired. He's tired, as Pete would say. But I'm going to bank it tonight. I'm going with the Rockets just on the full game, and I grabbed it at -2.
Yep, that's what I still have here.
And I like that play. I just think they're going to beat them under the boards. I think they're better, and I think Dwight Howard might actually show up tonight and not earn a paycheck, but maybe earn half of a paycheck. He's unbelievable, that guy.
And then you have
I have a teaser, and I've hit another teaser last night. I've hit 12 now out of 14 teasers, so here we go. My teaser tonight is going to be the Cavaliers, and again, I'm going on the lines I checked, Pete, so we're going to get the correct ones.
Go ahead.
Cavaliers will be +9 or 9.5 after the adjustment. Thunder will be +8 or 8.5 after the adjustment. And the Clippers will be -5 after the adjustment. And again, 3-team teaser, typical adjustment is 6 points. 12 out of 14 have cashed, and I'm telling you, here's going to be another one. So with that being said, I'm going to review all of my picks, Pete. All right, I got the Cavaliers on the half, Cavaliers on the game. I got the Rockets on the game. I got the Thunder on the first half and the game. LA Clippers on the first half, and then a 3-team teaser that's going to cash is the Cavaliers, the Thunder, and the Clippers. And when we finish this video, correct lines will be posted, and that will be right now. How about you? What are you going to do?
I'll go with the Cleveland, Indiana under. I will go with the Boston, New Orleans under, and then the OKC, Portland under. What do you think about that? Should I go with it? Or you have any opinion?
See, there you go. And are you just not hearing me? I love it. And this is with all due respect that kills me.
Well, because
what do you think of that total? Shit, Pete, I don't know nothing about totals, and I can prove it. But
and you have no sense of how this game's like. All right, I'll give it.
As far as under, a little bit.
I'll give it. I'll give it.
Yeah,
Under
pull the trigger. You got nothing to lose. You got to move that number
right,
up.
Under OKC Portland. 3 picks.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Speaking of picks,
yeah,
NBA prop bets are a real big thing.
We have a special guest tonight, Jordan Sharp, who is very familiar to all of our regular viewers here at SBR. Jordan Sharp is on the phone. He's going he's coming to us via video, right? He is going to share his prop picks for the NBA card tonight, right?
Sounds like a winner
Jordan
to me.
Sharp, you there? Can you hear us?
I got you, fellas. How's it hanging here on a Wednesday?
All right, thanks, Jordan. Did you hear our analysis of tonight's card?
I did. I like where you're headed here, Pete, with that under in New Orleans, Boston. I got one of those as my best bets for the day. The Pelicans have just been awful on the road and on back-to-backs this season, cashing the over. I think that's gonna be a low-scoring game. But yeah, I got a couple of prop bets, but I think I'm gonna be raining on Big Mike's parade here just a little bit with some of these.
Really?
That's all right, buddy. That's what I love about this. I love it.
Okay,
Well,
let's hear the rain.
I don't think I'll get the umbrella out, but I might need
Let's
it.
feel the rain. What would you like to say?
All right, well, I got to start it off with Tyronn Lue last night after the game said, and I quote, "I don't know who is going to play on Wednesday night." That is going to be a big factor in tonight. We still don't have any news on if or when the Cavaliers were resting players, but I think they're going to. I think LeBron James sits this one out. Just a hunch, but I think it's a very big possibility that he's able to sit out in this one. They need to keep him fresh heading into the playoffs. If he does sit out, though, Kyrie Irving has not scored less than 30 points in a game that LeBron has sat out this season. If you get a points prop on Kyrie that's anywhere below 30 points, take the over on that one. I got another one for you here on this one. Kevin Durant tonight. Possible that they sit out some guys as well off the back-to-back. Haven't had any word on it yet. They are locked into that third seed pretty much, though. So really no reason for them to go heavy tonight with their guys. They could maybe limit some guys' minutes. If Russell Westbrook sits out tonight, I'm laying this one off. But if they end up playing guys, if Billy Donovan ends up playing everybody, I think Kevin Durant on a points and rebounds prop on the under could be a very good play. Portland has been very good against small forwards. Al-Farouq Aminu is a very good defender. Durant has not had a whole lot of success against him this season. So I think that could be very interesting, but you got to make sure we double check on who's going to play, who's not going to play for the Thunder. I got just a couple more for you. You got Blake Griffin, who you said he might play tonight. He only played 17 minutes last night. We don't know that for sure. If he does play, I'm laying off any Chris Paul props, even though he's dominated the Lakers all season. They're the worst team against point guards. Two plays I'm really looking forward to, though, tonight. John Wall potentially against the Nets. I love an over prop on him, depending on the number on points and assists combined. He has dominated the Nets. The Nets are awful against point guards. Like Mike said, the entire state of New York just needs to be embarrassed by those basketball teams. And finally, Kemba Walker back in Madison Square Garden tonight. Nick Batum is questionable. They had a horrible showing last night. As we know, it's college basketball. Well, college basketball season just ended, of course, but Kemba Walker loves Madison Square Garden, folks. I think an over pop on his points. He's having a career year. Take a look at that tonight. Of course, as always, make sure you double check later this afternoon. Once we get prop odds out, I will have my prop picks article out later this afternoon. So double check on that, fellas. What do you say?
Awesome info.
Oh, I like
Jordan
it.
Sharp. That sounds great. That makes me feel better about my OKC.
And probably
under.
makes you feel better about my picks because I might not win and sweep the board again. I know
No,
deep down
hope
you're
you-
hating
Oh,
on me.
no, not at all. Not at all.
But
That's
real
good.
quick, Jordan, you know, that's the tricky part of this time of year, you know, and I know that the book's got to know something because OKC and Cleveland, realistically, the way they've been playing should be favorites. All right, so yeah, I got a feeling we might get some big news dumped on us, and there's not a lot you can do about it except hope that the backups step up and get it done. But that was a good breakdown, a good analysis,
Awesome.
and you know, I don't know if I'm Cleveland. No, Tyronn Lue's looking for a job next year. But I like your prop bets. I love that John Wall one. That's a desperate team, and he's covered three different point over and under totals for me on prop bets this year
Really?
alone. So
Nice,
yes,
nice.
yep.
Okay, sounds great. Thanks so much, Jordan Sharp. Are you going to go to the?
Well, with that, we're going to pan the
We're
board
gonna
one
pan
more
the board
time. And
one more
Jordan, as
time.
always, appreciate speaking with you. Again,
Thanks, fellas.
Brenner's 119 and 97. I'm at 55%. I got a lot of plays out there tonight. Of course, you never know with injuries, but I'm still confident with it because I love it. Pistol Pete, 61 and 70 at 46%. He's got 3 picks out. He's feeling good about moving that number up. And you know what? Just hang with us. We're going to bank some money during NBA playoff time. And I'm ready to go, Pistol Pete. I'm fired up.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, Jordan. Thanks so much, Mike Brenner. We'll be back with tomorrow's card.
Great show, Pete.